It looks like the Playa Cabana Mexican restaurant here at Yonge Eglinton has recently shut down. And I can't say I'm too surprised. It was never that busy. And it wasn't particularly nice or all that good, if I'm to be honest. As a Dodge Ram driver, it gives an Audi driver an earful of horn. Fun times at Yonge Eglinton. And hey there, it is February 39th, 2028. I might as well say that, given that I've been screwing up the dates at the start of a lot of these, but it's really Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. The time is 4:45 p.m. and the temperature is a freezing cold, -8 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. It is much colder than that. And we're going to be just going across the street and doing an indoor walk today. We'll be heading through the Yonge Eglinton Centre here at the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. There's two large office towers standing 408 and 328 feet tall, towering over the Yonge Eglinton Centre. There's also a couple of apartment buildings on the other side. And Eglinton Station is just across the street. Before construction of the ill-fated Crosstown line, which is way over budget and way long overdue. You used to be able to enter Eglinton Station from any corner of Yonge and Eglinton here, and I believe those connections will be restored. As we look up at the e-condos. And we could head in through this entrance here. There's a Sephora, and that would take us up through Winners. You also head in through the entrance to the office towers here. Or you could head in straight there where the Rexall is. There's another entrance by the Cineplex, and another one just north of that on Yonge Street. Let's head in through the Eglinton Avenue West entrance. I wouldn't really consider it a shopping mall. It does have a food court and some major retailers. There's a grocery store, an Indigo Books, a movie theater. And you'll see whatever else. Oh my fingers are frozen. I should have worn gloves to do this intro.
And I'm orientation's like, no.
We won't enter through here. It's kind of 3 or 4 levels, depending on how you want to look at it. Ooh, that is nice and warm. That'll take you into one of the office towers. That one's had a job interview in there. So you could call this the main floor. There's a food court just below, which we'll walk through later on in this video. There's a Metro. That would be the grocery store I go to the most. Eyeglass Center. We're no longer calling it a food court. It's now a food hall. That word seems to be what most of those places are being called these days. This could be described as a multi-use complex consisting of retail, offices, and residential. There's where I get my booze. We'll head up to that level there in a moment. This store, Moxie, used to go by a different name. They recently rebranded. There's a Freedom Mobile. This used to be a buck or two, a dollar store, but a couple of Dollaramas moved in the area and gave them a death blow. I've never actually been down here before this far. There's a print shop down here. And a bathroom. And you could access the two apartment buildings connected to the Yonge Eglinton Centre. It's quite convenient. If you lived there before the crosstown construction, you would have been able to hop into the subway without stepping foot outside. There's a row of vacant retailers or retail spots. There's not a lot of foot traffic in this part. I found it funny when I activated my Freedom Mobile plan a long time ago there was no coverage at that time for Freedom in that part of the Yonge Eglinton Centre. I think that's since been resolved. This is just a random knick-knack store, kind of like that Miniso. Best Buy Express. That used to be the Source. Mobile Clinic. And that used to be, I think, a Hallmark store. Swarovski. That, I believe, was a luggage retailer. This was a Korean store that sold cosmetics. Holika. Here we have a termination of lease notice next to a sign saying they decided to close their store. There's a Rexall, and straight ahead will take us out to where that entrance to Winners and Sephora is, and an Aroma Cafe. Or Secord's been here for a while. There's a decent selection of shops. They've remodeled the food court recently. Let's head up to this next level. There's a Softron Tax. you could walk over to the third floor up there. There's a Booster Juice. And this used to be an Urban Outfitters. If you know what's moving in here, I'd be curious to find out. Let me know down in the comments, but it says leased. And this is Indigo. It's 2 stories. It's a bookstore, but they sell a lot of other knickknacks. Unfortunately, on the second floor, they closed their entrance to the mall. We can take a quick look at that as well. I used to be able to pop out right to the movie theater right there where it says Indigo. But unfortunately, that is closed off. And there used to be a Starbucks up here. That whole area is just walled off. They also had an electronics section up here. That would be Yonge Street. Back before the days when Amazon dominated, there was often a Chapters or Indigo right next to anywhere there was a big movie theater here. They would always do well. It's a good place to kill time and grab a Starbucks. Let's head outside for a second. So yeah, that right there used to be Urban Outfitters. It'll be interesting to see what goes in there. There's one of the 2 apartment buildings connected to the Yonge Eglinton Centre. So we'll check out the 3rd floor, the food hall, and the rooftop patio. There's a pickle barrel in here. The pickle barrel at the Atrium on Bay across from the Eaton Centre closed down a few years ago. I hear the sirens, but I can't see them. Oh, it's an ambulance turning south down Yonge Street. This will lead us up to the movie theater. Used to be another famous Players Theater across the street called Canada Square, but it closed down recently. This one has the Ultra AVX cinemas. I live around the corner from here, and I can't tell you the last time I came here to see a movie. And it's kind of unfortunate that Indigo closed that entrance. That's the one we saw from the other side. And straight ahead used to be a highlight of this shopping center for a lot of kids. It was a full-blown Toys R Us, which closed down a few years ago and was replaced by a much smaller location at the Yonge Eglinton Centre. And sometimes here during the World Cup or Olympics, they put events on that screen and people gather down below and crank their necks up and watch together. And you could exit out towards Duplex Avenue over there. But what happened was when Toys R Us closed, Good Life used to be located right over here. Moved into this big new facility. And it's open 24/7. Oh, there's a security guard following me. Let's keep moving. And this was a very small Winners store. And I speculated when Good Life closed, which used to be located right here, that Winners would be moving into this spot. There's visual evidence. They are expanding. If you're American, this is pretty much the same as a Marshall store. It's even owned by the same people.
Why?
All right, we'll head down to the food court. So I'm going to or from the subway. At least when it's colder, I usually shortcut through this Winners. There's the elevator that'll take you up to the rooftop. Again, unfortunately, you can no longer access the TTC from here.
Bro, I thought it was just busy.
It looks like eventually they might reopen that access. But this is a drastically redesigned food court. So the KFC and Taco Bell have been around for a while here. California Thai, usually that place will have deals near closing. They'll just kind of package up a lot of their pick and choose food into boxes and sell them for $5. There's the Pita Land, A&W,
2021.
Jerk King coming soon, Jimmy the Greek, and Subway. This was a very pedestrian looking food court. Now it's quite nice. I think they're just kind of keeping up with the Joneses. Does a lot of business on weekdays around lunch. I think there's a lot of students nearby who flock to it. There's a Timmy's, a sushi shop. There was a Starbucks briefly. It opened during the pandemic and promptly closed. ATM machines, real fruit. There's been a number of businesses, whoops, didn't mean to do that, located in that spot on the right. You also park here underground, and that's where you would go if you did that. All right, let's head up to that rooftop patio. What's the best way to get here, or get there from here? Ooh, that's an up escalator. Here's my dentist, Ultima. They stopped bugging me. They told me I needed a bunch of work done, and I ended up getting it done for a fraction of the cost in Thailand. Also, since I had my teeth whitened and some more work done. In fact, even when I had benefits covering my dental here, it was still cheaper to get stuff done overseas. Now, you're not seeing things, we're back in Winters, but we can grab the elevator from here. The amount of times I've grabbed some socks or underwear or something just walking through here on my way home is not small. I've certainly patronized this place a whole lot.
Going up.
That's
Going
me.
up.
Right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just making a video right now.
Oh my gosh.
You want to be in
I
it?
watched it on YouTube. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hi. Fist bump.
Oh my gosh.
just
Are you
going
on
up.
YouTube?
Yeah.
You're
Right.
on live?
No, I'm making a
Oh
video.
my
At the end.
gosh.
I was lazy today.
I was looking for you for so long. Finally, I met you here. Wow.
I was just lazy today. I'm like, what can I do that's near my home?
Wow. Can we take a picture? My girlfriend and I watch you on YouTube. I can't believe
Awesome.
it.
It was,
Oh yeah. We can take a picture.
Going down.
Oh, I can't believe it. John is
I'll
right
do that.
here. Wow. Hello.
all right, well, nice to meet
to
you.
meet you.
Cheers. Stay safe.
Happy New Year, buddy.
You too. Friendly dude. And here we are at the open to the public rooftop patio. This opened up during the pandemic. The sun is starting to set to the west. I forgot if I mentioned this earlier, but I was watching an Ashley Madison documentary on Netflix, and it turned out that they were located in one of these office buildings right here. They kept showing shots of those buildings. It's a nice place to bring a coffee or a bite to eat in the summer, and they've got these historical markers here. Battle of Montgomery's Tavern, that's just up the street. Do a little history learning. But that's just about it for the Yonge Eglinton Centre. Here on a freezing cold whatever the hell day it is in January 2025. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.